Hello, welcome. This is Here's to Your Good Health. My name is Linda Prezioso. I'm a nurse practitioner at Family Medical Center, and we are going to talk about the American Heart Association tonight. February is Heart Month. Tonia's all full of hearts. And this is Tonia Grimsley, and she is the director, what is it?
Development director.
Development director for the American Heart Association. Did I say Red Cross?
No, you didn't.
Oh, good. For the Heart Association in this area. I think it's, what is it, Nash, Edgecombe, Greenville?
And Wilson.
And Wilson,
Yep.
Okay. So she's got a big territory to cover. She also is a cheerleading coach here at Wesleyan College. So she feels right at home here at this studio because her gym's right across the street.
Go Bishops.
So there you go. So Tonia, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It's great.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So what's up and coming with the Heart Association?
So our next event is called a Hometown Heroes event, and it will be on March 31st at 6 o'clock. We will actually be honoring some survivors, some local survivors. We have a little girl from Wilson coming that I think she's 7.
Oh, wow.
Her sister passed when she was a baby. I think she was 2 or so with a heart issue. And now she has the same heart issue, but thankfully she is surviving and thriving. So she'll be there.
Oh, that just breaks my heart.
I know, it's precious, but she's absolutely precious. So her mom is a huge health advocate for,
I'm sure,
for those issues, obviously. So she'll be there. We'll be honoring her, giving her a little tiara.
Oh, good.
Jeff Craddock, the football coach at Tarver High School, he's going to be speaking about having heart and, you know, a little bit about our mission. He gets all pumped up for it. And then we'll have an exercise physiologist come and give us some heart tips. And it's mainly to put the issues at the forefront and get people around here to advocate for it. Because I think, full transparency, the Heart Association has kind of been pushed to the wayside in the past few years just because we haven't had the staff to take it on locally. So I started.
COVID didn't help either.
Exactly. So we haven't had to have events. We didn't have a staff person. So just the perfect storm of people's priorities were different. So that's my job, to bring it back to the forefront. And I am local. I'm an Edgecombe County girl. So in the middle of all of my counties that I cover, so that's my job to get it back where it should be.
Yeah. So can anybody go to this event March 31st?
They can.
Where is it?
It's going to be at the New Smith's Pavilion. So it is so nice, and I think it's one of the first events that they're having there. So
is it?
I'm very excited about it.
Yeah. For you that don't know, the New Smith's Pavilion is if you go into Dorch's and go past the red and white, and then kind of behind the red and white, off to the right, is it used to be the Ruritan Club, and they moved it, and I don't know what the heck they did to it, because that Ruritan Club was not pretty like this.
No, it's gorgeous.
But it is. I haven't been there. My husband and I drove around it, you know, just to see. It's really nice on the outside, but I've seen pictures on the, you know, posted on Facebook, and it is gorgeous.
It is. It's really pretty.
And anybody can come. What time is it?
It's at 6 o'clock on March 31st.
I think our group is coming, if I remember right.
Yep.
And so she and I belong to a couple of the same business associations, and so that's how I got to meet Tonia and talk to her. And I said, you know what, you just need to come on this show, because there's so much about hearts that we don't know, and all the heart, the majority of the heart information we do have is on men. So Tonia and I are both advocates for women, for wellness, and so we'll be just blowing our tooting our horns here tonight. But you know, women have a much different set of symptoms if they have heart problems than men do. And years ago, all the education was focused, it was all on men. So, you know, when you hear about something sitting on your chest, or it goes up your neck or down your arm, That's primarily men. Now, women can have it too, but they have different symptoms. And so a lot of it's just jaw pain, one side. You think you maybe have a toothache, or like Tonia was telling me, the women think they're having heartburn, but it's really their heart acting up. So what are you doing about teaching us about that?
So my goal lately has just been to get in front of people, you know, show that we're still prevalent, we're still here, and we've really pivoted over the past year and a half to more issue-based versus where we were before. So women's health it's one of the pillars that we have chosen to focus on, but around here what we've done and where our dollars have gone is we've put blood pressure cuffs and scales at Nash UNC Hospital to go in their food pantry. They have an inpatient food pantry, and you're assigned, if you're food insecure, they assign you one of 3 boxes. You can either get a heart healthy box, you can get a diabetes box, or you can get just a general health box. So for the heart healthy box, they send you home with a blood pressure cuff and a scale, courtesy of the Heart Association, because it's shown that if you check your blood pressure twice a month, your numbers go down just by knowing what they are. So you always hear, know your numbers, know your numbers. That's why. If you check it, they'll go down.
That's awesome.
So we're trying to meet people locally, especially where they are, so they can check their numbers. Because, you know, if you think about it around here, for churches, people will go to church before they'll go to the doctor. So we've tried to put blood pressure cuffs into churches, local churches, so that people can check it when they go on Sundays. We've done a huge health and wellness initiative in businesses locally. The City of Rocky Mount participated, the City of Wilson participated, and next year Edgecombe County Public Schools is going to participate. Thanks to funding from an anonymous trust, we got $250,000 from an anonymous trust to be able to implement these programs. So we hired a nurse. She goes into these companies and creates a workplace wellness program, and if they have one already, she makes it more robust. There's incentives, there's challenges. They get all these resources about where they can find healthy food, and that's locally in their community. So we got renewed again for that this year, but we actually have a story out of the City of Wilson where a guy in his 40s went and just checked his blood pressure one day, and it was astronomically high. And so he went to the doctor, and they were able to address it, but just because he could check it at work. So I think, like I said, we pivoted, and it's to try to meet people where they are, and to be able to, you know, help more people and reach more people, especially in rural communities in Eastern North Carolina, which is where my passion is. It's where I'm from. I like to see everybody have access to care.
Excuse me, and this is a stroke belt.
That's right.
And the Heart Association also deals with strokes.
That's right.
Which is a lot because of blood pressure and the way we eat. We have a terrible diet here in this part of the country. The worst, I mean, just, my big thing is sweet tea. Why do people have to drink sweet tea? And see, she's a Southern girl.
I drink sweet tea.
I
had it for lunch today. But it's sugar. Sugar does it.
Sugar, I know. And sugar is so addictive. It's more addictive than cocaine.
I believe it. I totally believe it. That's why I got these cheeks. I totally believe it. That's
funny. So we, like I said, we belong to a ladies group, and we're going to be having it's called Hearts, Hats, and High Tea.
That's right. Yep.
And that will be the end of June. I'll be talking more about that throughout the next few months, because it will be open to anybody. We'll be selling tickets. I'll be selling tickets, so if any of you want to come. And it's going to be, we had a smaller version of it last year. It was a lot of fun. We all dressed up. We all had hats on. I brought my little granddaughter with me, so she just thought that was the best thing ever. Her mama got her a hat, and she had a real pretty dress on, and she just kind of strutted about, and she loved the food. She was gobbling it down. Unbeknownst to me, she hadn't had lunch. She was too excited to eat until I came to get her, and then once I was there, she was starving. But anyway, so we'll be telling you more about that. And it's a fundraiser, so it's not going to be super inexpensive. It's not going to be super expensive, but we are raising money for the American Heart Association. And this group that I belong to, they have done Go Red for Women for many, many years. They did a banquet at Rose Hill and a silent auction for 7 or 8, maybe even more years. I don't remember, quite a few.
Yeah, it was a while.
And then COVID hit, you know, that stopped everybody's, but now they're back. And so we'll be having that, let me get it right, hearts, hats, and high tea at the Smith's Pavilion. So I'm real excited about that too, to be able to be part of that and be in it. So it's exciting.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I love a chance to dress up.
Oh yeah, it's fun. I already got my hat.
I haven't yet.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of moving. That's the only reason I haven't.
Oh, that's a bad thing.
I'm tossing things now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You got to purge.
That's
then
right.
You can start adding again. But I was at a thrift store actually, and they had several hats. And they were fancy hats. And I said, Bob, I want that red hat. And he looked at me and said, what are you going to do with that? I said, I'm wearing it to the tea.
Yep.
Last year I had to borrow one. This year I got my own. So,
Well, that's nice.
yeah, yeah. So the American Heart Association does work with stroke victims too. Is there? Do you have any? Well, of course, all the blood pressure cuffs in place is certainly, because that's a big factor for strokes. As well, really the problems that cause heart also cause stroke. They're
right.
very similar.
That's right. And I'm sure you can tell more about this. I am not a doctor. I am not a medical professional, but I do know a little bit about heart. So, you know, as a woman, I think 2 of our biggest fears are having a heart attack when you get older and losing your mind. And a lot of the risk factors that play into heart and stroke and dementia and Alzheimer's are the same. So some of those risk factors are knowing your cholesterol, like I said, knowing your numbers, know what your LDL, your HDL is, know your blood pressure, what your blood pressure normally is, and check it regularly. If you need a resource of where to check it, you could ask either one of us, and I'm sure we could help you out. Because, like she was saying, some of those risk factors for stroke are the same, and we like to cover both of them, because what helps your heart helps your brain. What helps your brain helps your heart.
Right. That's exactly right.
So yes, we do. We focus on both of those.
Yeah. So, you know, like I said, we call it the stroke belt.
Yep.
Although I guess I don't know if there's more strokes than heart attacks, or I don't know how that name got here, other than the high risk factors. Our diet is terrible. The standard American diet is terrible, but it's even worse here. You know, we got to throw a piece of pig in every vegetable we cook. Why?
Yep.
It tastes good, I know.
Yep.
And, you know, but other parts of the country don't do that. And, you know, they're healthy. I read a book called The Blue Zones. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's about people in different parts of the world, and even in California, there's a community that they're so heart healthy that they live well into their hundreds.
Well, and part of that around here too is access to care and access to healthy food.
Yeah,
so
that's the big problem.
If you live in a very rural area and you don't have a grocery store, but you have a convenience store, what do you go buy at the convenience store? You're not going to buy fresh fruits because they don't have them. You're going to buy some fatty food, some chips, something with a lot of sodium and a lot of sugar in it.
Debbie cakes.
That's right, because that's what you have access to.
Right.
And it's more expensive to eat healthy. I mean,
sure is.
You can go to Wendy's. I did this yesterday because I like Wendy's salads. You can get a 4 for $4. That's what, a cheeseburger, some chicken nuggets, fries, and one other thing for $4. But if you buy a salad and an all-natural lemonade, it's $11. And think about how much healthier that is.
I know. And think about how much lettuce costs.
I know.
Nothing.
I know. It's expensive.
Yeah, but it's true. And you know, there's community gardens popping up all over, which is wonderful. There's a company here called
Right Revival.
Yes, thank you.
We are partnering with Right Revival.
Right Revival.
They will be at every single one of our heart walks.
So tell them about.
So Right Revival is they have or are starting a mobile food pantry. So they've partnered with Nash UNC also to provide stuff for their food pantry, and along with our education, they put education in there as well as to where you can get all these things. Them being one of the resources, you can see them. They're locally in Nash County, but they cover all of Eastern North Carolina, and they are very passionate about food insecurity as well. So we've partnered with them to come to our heart walks, and they'll be having some educational podcasts as well. So I think they're going to be a very good resource for our community because they have big hearts too. They like to give.
Right. They just won the Small Business of the Month award, I think, through the chamber. So that was good. But you know, the other part about eating healthy is how do you cook this stuff?
Right. Right.
Because I'm not from here, so I didn't know what okra was. I didn't know how to cook it. And then anytime I got it, it was either slimy or fried. And I thought, there's just got to be a better way to do this. And the farmer's market several years ago had, I believe he was a chef from Nash Community College. And so what he did, and this is the way I always fix my okra now, and people that say, I don't like okra, they'll eat my okra because it's not slimy and it's not fried. But you just leave the little hats on. You wash them good, leave the little hats on, and I just stir fry them in a high heat with a little bit of olive oil. Or I put them in the oven, at a 500-degree oven for about 10 minutes. Salt and pepper, and then when they come out, I sprinkle some Parmesan cheese. Yummo.
But that is good.
Yeah, it is.
And I've started doing zucchini noodles instead of pasta. I'm a huge zucchini fan because I can cook it. I can't cook, but I can cook zucchini. So I've started doing that with turkey meat instead of for spaghetti.
Sure.
So there are alternatives, but sometimes you do have to work a little bit harder for it than you do. Just popping French fries in the.
It's so easy to drive through the thing, but I know my daughter is a wait a minute. Can vegetarians eat? It's either vegan or vegetarian. I think it's vegan. She only eats vegetables.
Okay.
So I think it's vegan. And so she's lost some weight. She's worked at it, but she said, well, I eat pizza, but she makes pizza crust out of cauliflower.
I like it like that.
Yeah,
I'm a huge cauliflower fan too. You can buy it already cooked and you just steam it, and I put buffalo sauce on it.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Yeah. My granddaughter would like that because she puts buffalo sauce on anything.
I went on a mission trip to Belize it was in 2016, so it's been a while now, but they cook for us every day, and we had bread for every meal, bread and rice, and a lot of it didn't have a lot of flavor, so I got very used to eating hot sauce. I didn't like hot sauce before, but I put hot sauce in everything now from the week I was in Belize. So I do that with my cauliflower.
I went to Guatemala, and everything was black beans. Black beans for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Ours was a different rice for every meal.
But what I did like is that when they served a salad, they served it with a wedge of lemon, or lime, I mean. And so I do just lemon or lime on my salads a lot, just for me.
We went to, so we had like 2 free days, and we went to Key Calker in Belize, and they had the freshest seafood and fresh salads, and it was, oh my gosh, it was amazing.
So good.
It was so good.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
All right, it's time for our first break. Now, we're live tonight. This is the 16th of February, and so if you have any questions for Tonia or I about strokes, heart attacks, have you had a heart attack and was treated either in Greenville or Nash or Wake? Let us know what happened. How did you fare? How did it turn out? And we would love to talk to you and hear your story. So we'll be back in just a couple more minutes with some more of Here's to Your Good Health. Don't go away.
At Down East Hearing Care Associates, we are dedicated to taking care of every client by providing personal, high-quality hearing care services. My staff and I know hearing loss affects each person and their loved ones differently, so we give you the time and the care you need to ensure the hearing technology chosen fits your lifestyle. At Down East Hearing Care, we also make custom ear molds and specialize in emergency hearing aid repairs. Down East Hearing Care Associates has 2 locations, one in Knightdale and one in Rocky Mount. We have hearing lives to save.
Today, some of the world's most advanced orthopedic techniques and technology are available right here in the Twin Counties at UNC Orthopedics at Nash. Our team of specialists offers a full range of orthopedic treatment, including spine services, hip, knee, and shoulder repair, as well as joint replacements and rehabilitation. So don't just live with the pain and immobility. The best care anywhere is close by. UNC Orthopedics at Nash.
Are you suffering from Medicare and Medicare Supplement confusion? As you prepare to turn 65, I'm sure you're already bombarded by Medicare Supplement mailings and phone calls. Don't be frustrated. Don't stay confused. Call Gus Tellus. He can get you into the right plan that will work best for your needs. So don't wait. Call today and get the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're covered.
Call me today, 252-937-6913.
Hi, I'm Richard Cuss, pharmacist and owner of Almonds Drug Store here in Rocky Mount. Here today with my wife and 2 daughters. For over 75 years, Almonds Drug Store has been the pharmacy of choice for residents of Edgecombe and Nash County. Our family is proud to call Rocky Mount home, and we are excited about the new services and products we are adding daily at both of our Almonds Drug Store's locations and also at our medical supply store.
Come in and see us at Almonds Medical Supply. We're an extension of Almonds Drug Stores, your local hometown pharmacy. We're here to service all your needs, from wheelchairs to walkers to orthopedic supports, to compression hose, to hard-to-find wound care supplies. And you'll always get that hometown customer service.
We want our patients to pay the best prices, get the best service available, and have a better pharmacy experience than they will get anywhere else. Our staff is committed to going above and beyond to meet our patients' needs. Whether it is working with your provider to get you the best medication at the best price, contacting your provider to get you refills or a prior authorization, or taking the time to review each of your medications with you personally, or perhaps even helping you find an old-time remedy or other hard-to-find items, your Almonds Drug Store staff will work hard to meet your pharmacy needs. At Almonds, we will deliver your prescriptions for free. Both of our stores have drive-through windows, we guarantee short wait times, and our pharmacists will come out to greet you personally and answer any questions you have. If you want to be met with a smiling face, or even want someone to greet you by name when you walk through the doors, we are the pharmacy for you.
Call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138 or 446-0014.
Welcome. We're back. This is Linda, and I'm with Tonia Grimsley, and we are talking about the American Heart. Well, the American Heart Association, but the heart. Our hearts. So we were talking about good food and how expensive it is, but there's more and more places that we're able to get good food, because you can't always go to the farmer's market. You know, I sometimes think, well, just get in your car and go, but some people don't even have a car.
That's right.
And so, you know, you tend to think that everybody's in the same kind of mix as you are, but that's really not true.
It's not. And we actually, me and my husband had a great example of this when it snowed, the day it snowed. Me and my husband and my son were on the way to go sledding, and we passed a man in the middle of the road just walking down the road in the snow. So we pulled over and said, "Hey man, do you need some help?" And he was walking to the grocery store 3 miles in the snow. And he said it was too cold yesterday to go, and I knew I needed some food. So, you know, and that was 2 minutes from our house. You don't think that happens. And he was just as happy. I mean, he was content in having to walk, but he didn't have the access to drive.
Do you know if Ripe Revival will deliver their products?
I think that's part of what their mobile food pantry is.
Oh, that's right. It is a mobile food pantry.
So I think they're going to try to set up in different places where people can access it.
Yeah. Another person that goes to the same group as we do, she's single, and my husband and I, it's just the two of us, and my husband and I don't eat a lot, but we're going to split a box and see how that goes.
That's nice.
Yeah, because it's 20 pounds of food.
Oh, wow.
Who could eat 20 pounds?
I wouldn't know what to do with it.
I know. I said, I'll be putting it all up and putting it in the freezer, which is fine, too. I mean, because then you can have fresh stuff that way, if you have freezer space. I also like to can, but I did a lot of tomatoes last year for spaghetti sauce and stuff like that.
Yeah. I like tomatoes. My mom doesn't like tomatoes.
I love tomatoes. That's my favorite. Tomato sandwiches, nothing better in the summer than
I like a BLT. You got to throw some bacon on it.
Yeah. I like a BLT too. And I do not like turkey bacon. A lot of the turkey products I do like. And they make a turkey sausage patty that I really like.
Yeah,
but turkey bacon, if I'm going to eat bacon, it's going to be the real thing.
That's right.
So but you know what, y'all? It's okay to have that once in a while. But it's not okay when you eat that greasy stuff 3 times a day.
That's right.
So that's what we have to do is, all in moderation. So what kind of preventative things, well, tell me, do you know all of the risk factors for stroke?
I don't know all of the risk factors. I think the biggest thing, and I think we're seeing this more so now, is people just aren't being as active as they were because of COVID is in large part. The reason for that is we're very sedentary now. We're working from home. A lot of people don't get out of their house as much. So that's a piece that's missing, and that's a huge thing that you can do to prevent heart and stroke. It's just being active, and that doesn't mean go run a marathon, but find something you like to do to be active, whether that be yoga or getting on a bicycle,
walking around the block.
Something easy. And I think that's been a big thing we've seen lately is people are just being sedentary because they're scared to leave the house, and that's fine if that's you, but you can find things at home to do too. So that's one of them. Your lifestyle is the biggest for your risk factors, obviously. What you eat, fried foods, like she said. We're in the South. We fry everything.
And throw a piece of pig in everything.
That's right. You go to the state fair. Why do some people go to the state fair?
To eat.
For the turkey legs and the fried Oreos.
I know, right? That's right. That's right.
Yep. So that's the biggest thing.
And smoking.
Yeah.
That's really the biggest thing. I see more people with atherosclerotic heart disease and peripheral vascular disease. That's your arteries and your veins. And I'd say 95% of them are smokers. And they don't quit smoking even though they have it.
Yep.
It just drives me nuts.
Yeah, my papa does it. My papa has COPD, and he smokes a pack a day. Yeah. I said, Tony, that's probably not the smartest thing for you to be doing, but people are stubborn.
Well, and smoking is really hard to quit.
It is.
I do know that, but there's plenty of help out there now to try and quit. But I think smoking is one of the biggest ones, and like Tonia said, the sedentary lifestyle, and the saying is, the new smoking is the couch potato. That we've gotten pretty good about smoking. That's down to about 22% of the population, I think, 25% that smokes. It's not as high as it used to be, but now everybody's sitting on their derriere, and kids are like this, playing games or texting, and we just need to, and you don't have, like Tonia said, you don't have to run a marathon, but get up and move, get up and do. And now the days are getting a little bit longer.
Praise God.
I know, I'm so ready for the long days. And I think it's March that the time changes.
I think so.
Yeah. But, if you like to garden, just get out and walk around your garden. Look at the pretty flowers or plants. I'm real excited. My husband built me a greenhouse out of recycled windows.
I bet that's pretty.
That's cool.
Okay, I'm gonna have to come see it.
Yeah. Bring your little boy. I've got goats. I've got chickens.
I'm begging my husband for goats right now, and he's told me yes, but we're in the process of moving, like I said.
But I'm gonna have babies.
Oh my goodness, I'm even in a goat group on Facebook, and
you don't even own a goat.
He's like, "How do you get in the goat group?" Oh, because I'm interested. I want the little ones that are cute and.
Yeah, well, they grow up.
They do. Just like kids. Just like kids.
That's
they grow
right.
up too.
They're so sweet when they're little. They don't talk much. And they get to be teenagers.
Well, my child was perfect. He was the perfect child. I had the perfect pregnancy. I had the perfect baby. He slept, didn't cry a lot. I bragged on him. We got the inkling. Like, I started thinking maybe about another baby. It was like a holy terror just flew into that child just because he knew that we were thinking about it. Like, terrible threes hit hard. They have hit hard in our house.
Sometimes it's twos, but threes can be really challenging.
His was 3. I was like, we're good. We made it through terrible 2s. We're fine.
Proved you wrong.
I was very naive in thinking that we were going to have the perfect child.
When it's your first one, by the time you have 3, you go, oh yeah, well that's just my youngest one. I mean, I had there was 9 years between my boys and 6 years between my daughter and my youngest son. So, I was busy soccer and dance and PTO and running here. And that little guy, he just, he was 5 days old and in a stroller on a soccer field.
Yep.
You just got to do what you got to do.
That's true. I did that with mine. I worked until he came out, and they had to bring him out because he didn't want to come out. But I was doing front flips off the diving board at 8 months pregnant.
Oh, you must have been purdy.
Yeah. I had an August baby, so I was.
Oh, you were hot.
Sweltering.
Yes.
But he's a blessing.
Yeah. Yeah. We can't. You can't be with.
Bless his heart.
That's right. That's the Southern thing. Bless your heart. So, what else is happening in the world of the American Heart Association? Got this coming up thing in March.
Yep, and then we'll do a heart walk for Nash County. Well, Twin Counties will be on September 24th. It'll be at the Rocky Mount Mills, and I actually had a meeting this morning that I'm so excited about. We got our chair for 2022, and it will be Dr. Patrick Hines from Vina Edgecombe.
Good.
He's the president of Vina Edgecombe. Will be our overall chair for the heart walk, and then a few other people that we've got so far. Will Carnegie at Right Revival. He's on our event leadership team, and Michelle Granger from the Sweet Potato Commission. She has agreed to be on our event leadership team. Troy Lewis, the town manager of Tarboro, is on our event leadership team. So if you're to the public, if you're interested in our event leadership team, we would love to have you. It's a very minimal time sacrifice. It's mainly just connections, so we can get in front of people and get people healthy. Because bottom line, yes, my job is to fundraise, and that's what they pay me for, but we have to educate people.
Yes.
And
you can do it both at the same time.
And I want this job to be gone one day. I don't want to have to raise money for heart issues, because I'd like for all the research that we're doing and fundraising for to work, and for people not to have to go through it or lose a loved one. So I would be completely content to be jobless one day if that was the that was the cause.
So when you say Twin County, it's Nash and Edgecombe?
Nash and Edgecombe.
And so where would the walk be?
At the Mills.
Oh, you told me that. You
at the
said
Mills.
That, at the Mills. Okay.
We did. I think the beauty of COVID is that like I said, we've met people where they were. So last year we did kind of walk here, there, anywhere. We had a huge social media presence. We went to Vina Edgecombe and just walked with their employees, because they're in the healthcare. They won't comfortable with putting people in a big public setting. So if that's you and your business and you're not comfortable so far and getting back out there in the world, we totally understand, and we can meet you where you are. Sure. Hubert Vester, the Vesters have been very good to us in Wilson County, and they chaired our event last year, and we did a walk at Hubert Bester dealership in Wilson, and they did a competition between their stores. So
that was fun.
It was. It was pouring down rain.
Oh, of course.
I showed up and they said, we're going to walk a 5K. I said, okay. In the pouring down rain. These are dedicated people. So some of them were running, and then some of us were walking and taking pictures, and then they had a grill out there. So I think that's the beauty of COVID, is that we've learned how to adapt
and how to adjust to whatever.
Right. And they really enjoyed it. They liked that, I think, better because they got more personalized attention, and they got to engage their employees more, because your business won't grow if your employees aren't healthy.
Right. So. Yeah, when I worked at the hospital, they always had a walk. It was around Sunset Park at that point, and I always, participated. When my grandkids were little, I pushed them in a stroller, and then when they were bigger, they walked with me. And so it's just fun. It's good family fun.
It's a celebration. Our walks, the biggest reason we do our walks is we don't raise money really at the event. That's the part where we celebrate and get to honor our survivors and bring companies together, and do some engaging and get your employees recognized, and that's the fun part of it. So we'd love to see you September 24th. It'll be in the morning. We're still working out all the details.
It'll be a little bit cooler then.
Yes, it'll be nice, and we're trying to get away from the October rush of all the events, because everything's in October.
You got your Relay for Life, and you want to participate in that, and then you've got the Heart Walk, and you want to participate in that.
That's right.
It's good that it's.
And we want to be able to support each other too.
Absolutely.
So they can come to our event, we go to their event, because
absolutely,
at the end of the day, we all have the same goal, and that's getting people healthier.
That's exactly right. And so, that'll be good. So those are your big major ones coming
Those are the big ones. I think Wilson's is going to be October 22nd. That'll be at the Whirligig Park, which is super nice. So my Wilson people come out October 22nd.
But you can go to Wilson. Rocky Mount can go to Wilson.
Yes, you can come to any of the ones that we're doing. Sure. We nailed down the date today for the one in Greenville also. That will be October 29th at East Carolina University. Okay. I am a former Pirate, so I am super excited about that.
I'm a Pirate.
I'm
a practitioner at EC.
Okay. So I'm very excited about that. We'll start at the New Student Center, and they're gifting us the building for our walk, so we'll get to utilize all of the nice things that they have in the New Student Center.
That's awesome. Well, it's going to be fun doing all these things, that's for sure. I know you're excited.
I'm very excited. It's my favorite part. I get to dress up in a red tutu, and sometimes we have goofy costumes that we take out there. And I was telling her I have 5 siblings, and I made my siblings and my friends their friends come last year, and each of them had a different costume on. So my sister and her friend wore a pair of tennis shoes so you could walk. One of them was a banana. My brother was a banana. He did that on purpose. And then I had on a heart with like a heart valve sticking out of my neck.
Oh, how funny.
So we just kind of walked around and took pictures with people. We had little swag bags, and my brother really enjoyed this. He's 14, for those of you that did not know that, but he dressed up as a banana with a bag and would run up to people and say, "Banana bag," and just give them heart resources. So it's a good time.
Funny. That's funny. Yeah.
It's a family affair.
Yeah, and the more you go to these things and pick up the pamphlets and pick up this, that, and the other, the more you learn. And that's really what it's all about.
It is.
Education, 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 and then we'll have some more education after that. So, all right, it's time for our next break, and so we will be right back with more of Here's to Your Good Health. Give us a call, 407-1111. See you in a minute.
At Down East Hearing Care Associates, we are dedicated to taking care of every client by providing personal, high-quality hearing care services. My staff and I know hearing loss affects each person and their loved ones differently. So we give you the time and the care you need to ensure the hearing technology chosen fits your lifestyle. At Down East Hearing Care, we also make custom ear molds and specialize in emergency hearing aid repairs. Down East Hearing Care Associates has 2 locations, one in Knightdale and one in Rocky Mount. We have hearing lives to save.
When faced with special care needs for elderly or disabled loved ones, families want compassionate, comforting care. That's Tender Touch Home Care Services' goal, providing the level of care we would expect for our own. With over 10 years of home care excellence, Tender Touch provides an array of services that keeps your loved one at home. From personal care, light housekeeping, errands, and meal preparation, to our private duty care program, which combines all of our home care offerings in one package.
Tender Touch Home Care Services, where your needs are our concern.
Are you suffering from Medicare and Medicare Supplement confusion? As you prepare to turn 65, I'm sure you're already bombarded by Medicare Supplement mailings and phone calls. Don't be frustrated. Don't stay confused. Call Gus Tellus. He can get you into the right plan that will work best for your needs. So don't wait. Call today and get the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're covered.
Call me today, 252-937-6913.
Today, some of the world's most advanced orthopedic techniques and technology are available right here in the Twin Counties at UNC Orthopedics at Nash. Our team of specialists offers a full range of orthopedic treatment, including spine services, hip, knee, and shoulder repair, as well as joint replacements and rehabilitation. So don't just live with the pain and immobility. The best care anywhere is close by. UNC Orthopedics at Nash.
Hi, I'm Richard Goss, pharmacist and owner of Almonds Drug Store here in Rocky Mount. Here today with my wife and 2 daughters. For over 75 years, Almonds Drug Store has been the pharmacy of choice for residents of Edgecombe and Nash County. Our family is proud to call Rocky Mount home, and we are excited about the new services and products we are adding daily at both of our Almonds Drug Store's locations and also at our medical supply store.
Come in and see us at Almonds Medical Supply. We're an extension of Almonds Drug Stores, your local hometown pharmacy. We're here to service all your needs, from wheelchairs to walkers to orthopedic supports to compression hose to hard-to-find wound care supplies. And you'll always get that hometown customer service.
We want our patients to pay the best prices, get the best service available, and have a better pharmacy experience than they will get anywhere else. Our staff is committed to going above and beyond to meet our patients' needs. Whether it is working with your provider to get you the best medication at the best price, contacting your provider to get you refills or a prior authorization, or taking the time to review each of your medications with you personally, or perhaps even helping you find an old-time remedy or other hard-to-find items, your Almonds Drug Store staff will work hard to meet your pharmacy needs. At Almonds, we will deliver your prescriptions for free. Both of our stores have drive-through windows, we guarantee short wait times, and our pharmacists will come out to greet you personally and answer any questions you have. If you want to be met with a smiling face, or even want someone to greet you by name when you walk through the doors, we are the pharmacy for you.
Call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138 or 446-0014.
Back. This is Here's to Your Good Health. My name is Linda Prezioso. I'm a nurse practitioner at Family Medical Center here in Rocky Mount, and I have with me tonight Tonia Grimsley, who is the fundraiser and development director. I'll get it. You know, such a big title for the American Heart Association in this area, Greenville, Pitt, Edgecombe, Nash, and Wilson counties, I guess, is that right? So she's going to, we've got a little clip or a little, I don't know, what did you send Lee to put up here?
I sent a link, but so the easiest way, we're going to talk about now what our next steps are. So how do you get involved? How do you fundraise? How do we actually get there to the Heart Walk? And where do you get that information at? So I sent a link to Lee. He can put it on the screen, but the easiest way to get there is Google Twin County Heart Walk 2022. It's the first link that pops up. You click on it, there's our page. That's how I get, there it is. That's how I get to it.
Okay.
Every single time. You'd think I'd bookmark it by now, but I haven't. You see on the screen, this is the link. I apologize for my voice, but you can register and donate right from that link. when you register, it will bring you in, you put your information in. If you're a survivor, it'll ask you that. We like to give out hats and things of that nature. It'll ask you for your t-shirt size. You can win rewards for raising a certain amount of money. But when you register, your information's in there. As soon as you get it all in there, there'll be a blue banner up there, and you can actually send it to your own social media page. So you can link it to your Facebook. I linked mine to my Facebook last year for my Twin Counties page. I raised $1,400 just from Facebook and posting it up there. So
wow,
it's super simple.
Yeah, we can all do that.
It takes the legwork out of it. Mine was kind of interesting. I did a 1 through $50, and I put every time somebody donated in that amount, so you could donate $1 and make a difference. I put their name on my Facebook and say 1 through 50. That's what they donated. So it raised $1,400 just by doing it like that. But you can register. You can create a team. My team is comprised of myself, so you can be a one-man team. You can register as an individual. You can do a competition. You can invite people to your team. You can send emails straight from this dashboard once you register. There's an app called Heart Walk that you can download on your phone, and all of this is within one place. So you can go to the app, and it's all right there. That's my team right there. Walk it like it's hot. I just created it last week, so I haven't started my fundraising yet. But you can have companies within there. So Right Revival will likely be a company that's up there. They can create teams within their company, and all the money, it'll show up under your team, but it'll also go to your company as well. So there's multiple ways that you could do it. We'll put all the information about the Heart Walk up there. We just nailed down the date, so that's not up there yet. And there's actually 30 days before the Heart Walk, there is a competition where it'll log your activity. So there's an activity challenge where you can see where people are walking. I try to stay out of the one in Greenville because everybody that does the Greenville Heart Walk runs. And when I say they run, like 10s and 20s of miles, and I look like I don't do anything, so I'll never win. So I stay out of that one. I'm like, don't put me in that challenge. But we have a few other companies that'll be up there. First Carolina Bank, they always are big proponents. Elizabeth Overton's a big proponent of ours. So we'd love to have you. If you have any questions, my contact information is up there as well, and they'll put my cell phone number on the screen too. If you ever have any questions about Heart Walk, anything heart related, you can reach out to either one of us, and we can get you in touch with somebody.
That's right, we sure can. And you know, if you think, well, I can't do a fundraiser, give $1. Even if you are on a fixed income, I know you got $1 laying around someplace that you could donate. And you know, if we all do a little bit, we get it done. It does, you know, we don't have to have big corporate $50,000 donations. $5, $1. I mean, I used to, you know, when my kids would do walks like this for fundraisers, you know, and I'd have kids, my 3 kids, and then their friends knocking on the door. I would just do $1 for each kid, and sometimes you would do $1 per mile. Well, if I had 15 kids, then I just gave them each $1. Yeah,
and I will tell you, QVC was a big sponsor of ours last year. They gave $5,000, and we all know of the crisis that happened in QVC, so we're going to be lacking in that funding. But as she was talking about her kids doing the fundraising, that made me think about, everybody's heard of Jump Rope for Heart. That used to be the American Heart Association's staple kids program, and now it's called Kids Heart Challenge, so we've tried to get past just doing the jump rope. But to do that, there's a fundraising component for that. And in rural eastern North Carolina, a lot of the kids don't have money to be able to fundraise, to be able to get those resources, because it does cost money to put those in schools. So if you're a company that has sponsor dollars, that's an opportunity for you as well to be able to fund Kids Heart Challenge in a school. We can price it out for an individual school. We can price it out for every school in Nash Rocky Mount schools, Edgecombe County schools. So then the kids get the resources, because if you teach them younger,
Absolutely.
you can get to them sooner, and that they'll remember it. So that's another option that we have. Like I said, we've really pivoted to our money going locally, so I'd love to be able to invest in kids in the tri-counties.
They're our future.
That's absolutely, that's absolutely right. So that's another option. QVC did adopt a church. So what that means is they put blood pressure cuffs into a church, because we were talking about this earlier, but people will go to church, but they might not go to the doctor. So in rural Eastern North Carolina, we're trying to meet people where they are. If they're going to go to church on Sundays, we want them to be able to check their blood pressure, because studies show if you check your blood pressure twice a month, just by checking it, your numbers go down. How crazy is that?
It doesn't make sense, but I believe
just by checking it.
And so check your blood pressure.
That's right. Know what your numbers are. So we'd like to be able to get more blood pressure cuffs in these places. We want to train more people in CPR. In rural Eastern North Carolina, let's just say, for example, in Whitakers on the north side of Edgecombe County, if you have a heart attack, it's going to take a minute for EMS or for somebody to find you. You hope that somebody knows CPR around you. And studies also show that if your family's impacted by it, you're so frazzled you might not be able to do CPR on your family member. So you hope that somebody around you knows how to do CPR.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And through our advocacy, we're training students in CPR before they graduate high school. So there's a potential for everyone to know how to do bystander CPR. So we shouldn't have to worry about EMS response times and living in a rural community, because that's things that people in big communities don't think about.
That's right.
They have access to health care right there. We don't have that luxury. So getting more people trained in CPR is a huge initiative that we've done too, but that also costs money.
It all costs money.
It does.
Unfortunately.
It's not free. CPR kits aren't free. So.
But again, if we all even give $1, every dollar helps. So, and maybe you're a grandmother and you've got kids in a school and you want to donate that for their school. And, and I'm a big believer in teach them when they're young. And then it'll stick with them. That's right. If you do the children's challenge, then they're going to learn more about moving and being and doing, and not going to sit around and just play games all day long, but they're going to want to move and do. And so it all just takes, it takes a village.
It does. We
got to do it all together. And you know what, if you like the heart walk but you can't walk 5K, which is a little over 2 miles, I think.
It is, but so for us, we have multiple route options. We try to make it, because it is a heart walk, we try to make it where everybody can do it. I know I've heard stories of people coming that have recently had a stroke, and they were determined that they were going to make it through. So it took them 2.5 hours, but we waited for them because that was their moment. They had been through it. We made the route accessible for them, and we had cheerleaders there. Of course, we're going to have cheerleaders there, cheering them on at the finish line, and so they get their moment because they've been through it. So we do it. We customize it so everybody can do it.
And if you can't, go and watch. Just enjoy being there with everybody else. When you get involved in that kind of stuff, it just kind of makes you feel good.
It does.
Yeah, you get all excited about it. So again, this is Tonia Grimsley, and she is the Development Director for the American Heart Association. She is very happy to take any donations from you, or if maybe you've got a great idea. Maybe you live someplace else and the Heart Association there did XYZ, I don't know.
Exactly.
Give Tonia a call and just run it by her. She's pretty easy to get along with. I can get along with her, anybody can. And that's her number up there on the screen. So we got about a minute left, so you want to just recap everything we talked about?
So my 30-second spiel will be, I'm at the American Heart Association. We have pivoted towards your money going here locally. We are trying to save people in rural Eastern North Carolina. So if you do have it in you, if you have the means and the the will to donate, then your money will go locally. So you can rest assured that you're not giving to the broader AHA. You're impacting people locally. You're impacting kids locally, and it makes it more personal when you go through it. We know everybody knows somebody that's had a heart attack or has had a stroke. So when it hits home for you, that's unfortunately when most people get involved. But in the Tri-Counties, heart disease is the #1 killer of all people. So,
and we're fortunate here in Rocky Mount. It used to be you had to go to Greenville or you had to go to Raleigh to get top-notch treatment, and now we've got top-notch treatment right here at UNC Nash. And so you know, all of this, it all just fits together, and it all just works together so that we can have top-notch here in Rocky Mount. There's plenty of people who still go to Greenville or to Wake, and there's nothing wrong with that. You go where you feel comfortable. You go where, you know, maybe your husband went there and he was treated so well. I don't know. But just get involved someplace, somewhere, somehow, even if it's to go to the mill and sit and drink a Diet Coke while everybody else walks.
Or a sweet tea.
No sweet tea, no, I'm kidding. Or a sweet tea, I'll concede. But sweet tea should just be a treat. It's not supposed to be a treat.
The moderation.
There you go, that's what it is.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Tonia. I really appreciate you coming. It was great to have her here. And we will see you next week with more of Here's Good to Your Good Health. Good night.